empowerment television show, your most authoritative youth analysis program you can find across the African continent. We are live inside the studios of Pan African TV. Today, we are going to be having a lot of education. We are going to give you guys some clues on how you can engage in a very excelling industry we have to look at. My guest already seated with me here in the studio. As you can see, I already have my pen and I have some sheet here. I'm going to be taking a lot of notes, and we are here to educate you, to empower you, and also to ensure that you can achieve all what you set forth or you put forth before your eyes to achieve. Before I go on, let me say a big greetings to my senior Geba. Geba, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for all the time you had for me. Geba, I'm grateful for all the material time investment that you made and in whatever we have achieved together. I'm so grateful. Let me also say a big thank you to Majingi G. Thank you so much. All throughout the 9 to 10 month stay, you had time almost twice every week. You are worthy of celebration with this. I mean, I'm sure you are one of the people God got me to have an engagement with. To this is a victory for all of us, and I'm so grateful. And so I'm going for a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to go straight into the discussion, so don't go anywhere. But of course, I'll tell you something about Christ as well at the later part, or not even at the later part, something very important that is very noticeable for all young people to give our lives to Christ. And as I'm saying this, we're going for a quick break. When I come back, my guest already seated in the studio. We're going to go deeper into the conversation that you will love. I'll be back after just this break. Welcome back from the break, and I'm going straight into the discussion, but let me remind you that you can join the conversation by sending your messages to us on 0548-503799, 0548-503799. Send your messages to us and we'll read it for you as the show goes on. I don't know if my producer would admit some calls, but we would like to do some calls in about 10-15 minutes to close the show. My guest is already seated. Today we are discussing financial independence, developing skill in online forex trading, and my guest is seated here in the studio. I have Da Costa Asuman. He's an analyst with BD Swiss. I also have Rutherford Olean Banks, who is popularly known as Mr. Maybeck. He's seated here in the studio. He's an ambassador of BD Swiss. So join me to do this particular conversation and giving you guys deeper financial literacy on forex trading. I'm going to quickly start with Mr. Da Costa.
Yes, sir.
And before I come to our main boss, our own ambassador seated here, I want to know, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your background as a forex trader and educator?
Okay. So thank you for the opportunity once again.
Yeah.
For a background, I would want to take you back before we come to wherever I am now.
Very well.
So I'm Asuman Da Costa.
Okay.
Okay. I attended St. Augustine's College And then from there, I attended KNUST.
Okay.
So there I read chemical engineering.
Okay.
Then from there, I started working at Accra Brewery Limited as a process engineer, then energy and food specialist, then environmental management specialist.
Yeah.
Then from there, I resigned, and then I took the chief executive officer position of WeBird Company Limited.
Okay.
So it's into entertainment.
Yeah.
Video production, blah, blah, everything.
Yeah.
And then from there, I founded Forex trading in Ghana.
Okay.
So the concept or the idea is to train people who are ready to learn things from the financial markets. And I also took a position at DAS Engineering. So it's an engineering consultancy that handles environmental management, energy and fluid, and all of that. But currently, I'm with BD Swiss. So BD Swiss is the best online broker currently in the world. Okay, so that's where I am now as a financial markets analyst.
I mean, before I get this, how did you get involved in forex markets?
Right.
And to be very specific, what inspired you to be part of the whole forex trading industry?
Right. So, like you said earlier, when you're starting the whole presentation, okay, you mentioned of financial independence, okay. So, in as much as we're working, we're doing the 9 to 5, doing all of that, we all wish we could have the freedom to do our things, and then the money would just would just
at the
come
comfort
in.
of your home.
You did get right. So even though I was doing my own things, but I thought it wise to find something else to do alongside. And then if the 9 to 5 it gets to a point that I would want to resign, I just have to just get into that. So that's why I found myself in the forex and financial market space. So now forex is just one part of the financial market. Let's clear this. The financial market is big, and in that we have the crypto markets, we have the forex markets, we have the commodities market, we have stocks market. I hope you get it.
Take me again.
Right.
Forex market.
So you were stressing on forex,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to tell you that the forex is just part of the
one aspect of the whole financial market. Okay.
Do you get it?
Okay.
So in that we have the stocks market.
Yeah.
We have commodities markets, we have bonds, there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right. So if you take your money to the bank and you request for maybe investment or whatsoever, those are the areas they pump the money.
The money would go to.
Exactly, because they have the expertise.
So they know which one would do well at a particular time or at other times.
Exactly. So they have a fair idea of how the market is going to go and all of that. But it's not far from your reach. You can also learn how to do it. So that's why we are here to, brief people and give people the insight.
I do not want to go a bit off, but your course you studied in the university.
Right.
I had something chemistry.
I did chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering.
Yeah.
How does that got to do with financial literacy? That you become a solid educator, and you're doing a lot already in Ghana.
Right.
How did you dive into that?
Let me put it this way. I am even a musician. I have music videos, everything online. So you can check them out at some point. Yes.
Okay.
So that should just tell you that I'm just, open-minded guy that I just focus and do whatever that I want to do. But in all of that, trying to chase your passion, we all need money.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And so that's why I needed something that can make me free, do whatever that I want to do at any point in time, and still make the money and then make a living out of it.
Let me ask you this question before I come to our brand ambassador here. Right. Can you share some, success stories of individuals who have undergone some of the training you've given them, and also, if possible, if you can also help us understand what they gain, employment or not? Right.
So one thing is that there's a perception that, online trading is risky, is blah, 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 all of that.
It looks so abstract. I mean...
It's simple. It's the things we buy. It's basically about buying and selling, basically, okay? But the problem is that a lot of people get into it without proper education. So most of the guys who come or who have been to our training center have either already started or they are yet to start. But the misconception, I'm going to lose money, blah, blah, all of those things. So
it's a high-risk venture.
Everything is risky, brother. Once you don't have the education, it's risky. Do you get it? So now we've trained over 250 people.
Wow, that's solid.
Yes. And from these 2 people, we can confidently tell you that when they came there initially, their performances were very low, like very bad.
Yeah.
But now we can tell you that at least 70% of them are doing well now. And the problem has got to do with education, basically. Yes, there are a lot of them. If you should open the phone line, I'm sure some will just call
Yeah.
in. Yes.
Yeah.
So that has been part of the achievement that we have also helped people with. And with employment opportunities. Now, this skill is not local skill. It prepares you for the global market.
Wow.
So the job market, we have the local job market, we have the global job market.
Yeah.
Now you and I know that the global job market is C.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
But if you acquire this skill, you can manage funds for people online.
Wow.
You can get employed by financial institutions.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So you just don't find yourself just in the local market. I'm not getting job, I've completed school, blah, blah. No, that's not an excuse these days. Once you have internet, you have access to our training institute and other training materials. You should just learn them, and you definitely find
So
jobs online.
if any young person is watching us,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of them are watching us
Right.
now, all you're saying is that you do not need to worry about certificates or you don't have job, you don't have this. When they contact you guys, the training is going to be given, and they can either start up, the knowledge they acquire in a business for themselves in this industry, or even be employed by some other companies to manage their funds.
There are a lot of job opportunities now that I'm talking to you. A lot. They can contact us and we can share some.
Yeah, we're going to open the phone lines and give the numbers.
The whole thing is the phone that they've been using for some other things is good. You need to entertain yourself, but you need to also learn or acquire a skill online too. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Send your contributions to 054-850-3799, 054-850-3799. Send us a text message, WhatsApp message, we'll read it for you. If you're watching us outside Ghana, all you need to do is to add the country code as 00233-54850-3799. If you're watching us in Nigeria, in Gambia, in Sierra Leone, in Ivory Coast, wherever you're watching us, also across Europe, just make sure that you send us a message, +233-54850-3799. I'm going to my celebrity guest there. He's a brand ambassador as well. Mr. Mayback, how did you get involved in forex trading, and give us a bit of a brief history about that. But first of all, for those who are watching you for the first time, we know you. Let us know what you do and all of that before we come to that.
Well, thanks for the opportunity given to me today.
Yeah.
I'm actually honored. I send my greetings to all your listeners as well. Well, my name is Rutherford Olimbanks. Popularly known as Investor Mayback in the financial space and in the streets.
Yeah.
So, talking about the forex market and how I got involved in the market, I was actually a very curious child when I was a kid. Before then, I only completed high school, right?
Okay.
So, after completing high school, it all started in high school when I started exploring different things, right? Like different things like
yeah, if you can speak a bit louder for us so we can hear you. Yeah.
I started exploring different things. So because I felt like there must be a world somewhere that, is much different from what has been sold to us by the system.
Yeah.
So I think immediately after high school, I was kind of a cobbler when I was in school, but I was really intelligent.
Yeah.
Right? So immediately after high school, fast forward, I took a hotel receptionist job in a remote guest house in Cape Coast. And it is actually that changed my whole story, my whole perception, my whole mindset about life and everything that goes into everything. This is the story. When I took this job, it took me just 3 weeks for me to resign.
Hey.
Yes, 3 weeks.
You took a job 3 weeks, you're going to resign.
That was my first job.
Well, you made a lot of money that you have to resign.
No, I didn't make any
Tell
money.
us about that story.
I didn't
That's
make any
interesting.
money. Immediately after high school, I felt like I needed to get something doing. And my mom didn't even know that I was taking that job. I took that job by myself because I was awaiting my result, right? So I took up that job, and the first week, second week, third week, I felt exhausted already. I felt soulless. I felt like I didn't belong here. I didn't belong into this world, this type of world. So that is what made me quit. And from my entire story, that 3 weeks actually changed my life, my perception, and everything that I thought about life in the beginning before I completed high school. So I went straight to my mom to tell my mom, yo, this is what I've done for the past 3 weeks. I took this job and I'm not going to do this again. Because my mom is a proponent of, you going to school, getting the certificate, getting the results, so you go out there to go and look for a job and all of that. So I was having a conversation with my mom one evening, and I asked her that, so what's the plan for me when my result comes out? And my mom was like, you're going to buy a university form, and just go to university. I'll say, hell no, I'm never going to do that. Because if this is what is happening in that world, I don't want to ever get myself involved in it, honestly. So I told my mom, I'm going to find my way, right? So the first thing I told her was that I wanted to learn. I had a passion for IT, for computer stuff and all of that. So I told them to send me to either IPMC or NATE or whatever for me to go and learn either programming or, database administration. Because database administration was one of my passion, right? And they refused. So I said, okay, fine. If you guys aren't going to give me what I want or what I feel like this is, the path that my life deserves, then I'm going to find my way. So I think that was when I started exploring different avenues of, life. So I came across Forex trading when I was looking through a couple of things. Initially, I took a CCTV engineering course.
Okay.
Which, for a while, which I completed very well. But, initially, the initial capital and all of that, finding someone to work with, finding a corporation to work with was hard and all of that. So I just felt like, why don't I just look for another thing? So I was someone who listened to news very well, business news and all of that. So I came across all these things on, people. Sometimes I will be watching documentaries and I'll be seeing people on Wall Street with a lot of screens on there with numbers moving up there and all of that. So I just felt like, okay, maybe I should check this out. So I started reading about it and I found out that, this is what I wanted to do. So I started reading extensively about it. Mm-hmm. For a while, it took me a while for me to start getting an in-depth knowledge about this market.
Yeah.
And, all of a sudden I found myself in a niche that I felt that I belong. Okay. Right? I felt that this is where I belong and this is what I want to do with my life. So I started putting in so much effort in that until I met a childhood friend online. We grew up as kids, but when we finished high school, he traveled to South Africa to go and to go and work there. And funny enough, when he went to South Africa, when we talk about trading in Africa, South Africa is the trading hub of Africa.
Really?
Yes. So, he met, a lot of people that, got him into trading, and by the time I met him, he was already established in the trading business. So we started having conversations about it, and he started putting me on a lot of things. And that was what actually inspired my interest more about this, because I felt like, okay, I found someone who was on the same page with me that I know. Yeah. Because when I started, I was alone, basically. I was alone. I was learning everything on my own. I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any mentor or anything. Yeah. So I was reading, I was watching videos, and when you are doing all these things by yourself, it's very hard because this is a fundamental skill. This is an experience skill, a skill that you need experience for you to really get yourself accustomed to that. So I found it really hard in my early years because I didn't have any guidance, because I didn't have anyone who was mentoring me until I met my friend. So when I met my friend, he was in South Africa, I was in Ghana. I could only have a conversation with him on the phone, So I needed someone who was here, someone who can sit me down, with laptops in front of us to teach me things. So long story short, that was when I got myself a mentor, and he started putting me on, stuff. I started learning things, and that was when I think basically things started changing for me, because I felt that I'm so much closer to real experience, right? And that is one of the things that I realized, that you can actually go out there, get all the learning materials, all the books, all the blogs online to read about trading, to read about Forex. But ideally, or basically, it all boils down to the fact that you need an experienced mind who can actually take you through it. Because we are talking about the largest financial market in the world. You are playing a game with the smartest people on the planet, right? With some of the richest people on the planet. This is the game that we are playing.
The way you are talking about game, and I've watched movies that involve Forex trading, that it looks as if it's a game. It looks as if you want to come in there. Yeah.
Life itself is a game.
You are right. How did I even forget that?
So you see, we try to, like I keep saying, one of the challenges that we have out here is definition of basic words.
Yes.
So when he says game, it's nothing different from the life itself.
Life is a game.
You get it? Now people relate risk to games. okay, you can also relate risk to life experiences. Do you get it? So in this life, this room right now, we are living life right now, okay? But it's risky if we don't know or you don't know how to handle this equipment.
Yeah.
We can find ourselves burning at some point in time.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to chip in and also let us understand something that game, when he mentioned game, it's not, I don't know how to put it.
It's not like the game that you.
No. Life itself.
It's a game.
It's a game.
You either win or lose at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Let me read
some.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay.
We'll come back again. Today
sure.
we will have solid conversation.
Right.
So don't worry about that. Right. In fact, right from here, I'm starting the training. I'm going to join personally, and if I want the best for everybody around me, I think I have to ensure that we have. To take part in this training that they're given. Let me quickly check on Facebook. Like I said, you can send your messages to us on Facebook. Facebook, drop a comment, but WhatsApp and text message, drop the message on 054-850-3799, 054-850-3799. This message is from Kofi Apieje Oche. He says that discovery, mentorship, right knowledge, consistency. Okay. Kojo comes back and says Lone Ranger, Investor Mayback. CK Rich says that Investor Mayback on the line. Then Estella Jam says that Investor Mayback 1. Then we have Basoli Dlamini. I hope I have pronounced it well. He says that the future belongs to skilled people. I encourage the youth, even the old, to join BD Swiss and change your life. Of course, not just for young people, young at heart, older people. You need to be part of this because this is a life-changing opportunity that we're having here. Parkosi Mens, he says that you are really enlightening me. And Parkosi comes back to say the biggest market player, game. Okay, he's clarified. I'm seeing this words. Maybe
is
we'll
the TV station the biggest or one of the biggest?
Is the biggest
TV players in Ghana?
Yes.
So that's what I said.
You are giving a synonym for that. I wouldn't
No,
use
not
that.
a synonym. Like that's it. Do you get it? So or you
players in the industry. Yeah, I get it.
So if he says BD Swiss is the best broker.
Yeah. He says the biggest market player.
Right.
And I think I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Estella Jam says that is it succinct or something? Parkosi Men says beautiful. CK Rich says awesome. And yes. So let me quickly go on text message. This one says that nice program. In fact, a very interesting one. He said it's like a game. Please, can he expand that a little bit? Jeremiah, you didn't bring where you are sending the message from. So Jeremiah, you also see where I was coming to, but he took his time to explain. I'll give him another opportunity to explain again. So we all have to understand that. Please link me up to these guys. I have had a passion for such business, but don't really understand the concept. Great job to you. And this is from AB. Okay, AB, I'll do that. This one also says that please add your name and your location to this. Don't call the numbers on the screen. Please send a message rather. This one says that my question to Maybeck is that can he talk about Forex psychology and also explain why people blow accounts even after getting the right knowledge? Please ask Maybeck that what advice would he give to those going to college? Okay. 2-in-1. I'll let you handle the game again. People still want to have understanding, and Senior, you are going to handle people blowing the account and still making losses and all of that, and also those going to college. Should they drop like you did so that they can focus?
No, he did not drop.
No, I mean going to the university but choose to do computer science and other things. That's where the line of the line of question is coming from.
Well, to me, let's come to the blowing of account first, right? It all boils down to the education that we are talking about.
Okay.
Here. Because considering
those watching, if you say blowing account, maybe we understand technically, but what does it mean?
Yeah, blowing account simply means you losing all the money in an account.
It's possible too.
Because before
if you don't have the right education.
Yes, before you trade in the financial market, first you need a broker, right? A broker stands as an intermediary between you, the trader, and the market makers.
Okay.
Right? So when you place an order, it's a broker that is supposed to execute that order for you, send your order through a system that we know, right, to the market makers before your trade can be complete. So when we talk about blowing an account, it's like you opening a bank account. You put money in the account, then you go working with it in the market. So if you take unnecessary risk, or if you don't have the requisite knowledge or expertise, that you take unnecessary risk and an abnormal risk, and the money in the account just finishes. That's what we call the blowing of the account. Okay. So it's basically like you funded an account and having all the money in the account finished through whatever behavior that you went into the market to exhibit that allowed the market to take your money away. So that is basically the blowing of the account. So let me come to
the college thing.
Let me come to the college thing. Well, I'm not against anybody going to college, basically. But there's one advice that I always give people around me, that even though I didn't go to college, I didn't go to the university because I declined my parents' offer and the offer of everybody around me. I even had scholarship at UMass, University of Mines and Technology, when I finished high school. But I didn't go. I turned it down. This was my reason. I found out that we live in a system whereby, we have been groomed or programmed to follow one particular thing in order, right? Like go to school, get the certificate, get all the good grades, come out there, go look for a job and all of that. And I can tell you, through my research and exploration, I can tell you that in our current education system, about 80 to 85% of all the courses in our universities today are trash.
85%?
80 to 85%.
In the university of
universities, of courses in our current university system are trash. They are courses that have no relevance in the real world. Yeah. Because we have a real world.
But I have a problem with the percentage. Maybe say some portion, but 85 means a larger number of the...
Larger number of it, yes. That's for real. You can do a research. Imagine you reading something like psychology, right? You're reading something like linguistics.
You think psychology is not important? Maybe not in our current space.
Listen,
for the job market.
Yeah. But you see, we live in a world where majority of the courses that we offer now in our universities are industrial age courses, right? The world moved on from that revolution 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We are now in the information age. And the problem I find with our education system is that it doesn't go under constant update. The world keeps going forward every single day. So why are we not updating the knowledge that we are feeding our children? Because the knowledge that you learned as, let's say, a human resource management student 30 years ago is the same knowledge that is being taught today. But things have progressed. Things have been updated in that world where you would need that human resource management degree to go and work, right? Because there have been, let's come to even medicine. There have been a lot of medical discoveries and inventions that have been in the system for the past years, right? So if we are still learning the same thing that our fathers and our grandfathers learned 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, without any prior updates to these things, where are we going? That's my problem with it. And like I said, I always advise people around me that, okay, you can go to your college or whatever that you want, but get a skill, learn a skill-based program. If you are getting a skill-based program, you are set, right? Because what's the essence of you spending 4 years in the university to get the degree? And at the end of the day, if no one gives you a job, you remain basically, excuse me to say, useless. Because you don't have anything that you can do again. Your knowledge is not... It's not
felt by the country.
Yes, by the country. There is no sector, there is nowhere that you can work except someone giving you a job.
I get it.
I personally have a friend who always complained to me, is a female, who always complained to me that, when she was in uni, she graduated UCC. When she went to school, we always had this conversation, and she was like, I'm going to this school for my mom, for my parents, because that is what they want.
I think even last 2 weeks there was a case like that. I met some students.
Because that's what they want. So I'm doing it for them. But right now, as I'm talking to you right now, this girl has graduated since for 2 years, and she is still home. She has nothing doing. She has no job. And the same parent who got her into this situation.
Calling her a burden.
Yes. You understand? You understand? Are telling her day in, day out go out there and go look for a job. There's no job out there for that for that kind of person, because you don't have a skill that actually solves real world problems.
See, I want you to handle the game aspect and the play aspect. I think you did it very well, but people still want that. But before that too, there are a lot of messages I'm getting. For example, we that are so green to this Forex trading. What I've learned from you today is that in a financial market sector, there's bonds, there's stocks, crypto, commodity, Forex. But what we are talking about is Forex at the moment, right? So let's say I'm watching you for the first time, a young person at home, I'm an old person, I want to get the training. What is it about? Because until I had this interview, until I got close to you guys, now I'm getting that education. But before that, it looks so abstract. This is for white people. I mean, this thing, you black man, what am I going to do in the forex market? You get it. Give me that education. We'll come there. What is it? In about a minute, what is forex trading all about?
Okay, so before I even delve into that, the problem that we have is there's a big disconnect between the real world and that of online.
Sorry, and those asking, forex trading is legal in Ghana. I have to put that across to you.
Real world and then the online world. The problem is, whatever is happening online, the trading, online trading, whatever, is the same things we've been doing every day. It's just that this time around is online. Simple. So like you there right now, I can see you, Richie. You have your pictures online. So it's the same Richie, just that you have your picture online. It's the same thing. Nothing is really changing. Trading only involves buyers and sellers. If you go to Kantamantu, we also have buyers and sellers. When do you buy? You buy when you believe that whatever you are buying is going to appreciate in value. So this is your phone right now. You go to say, oh, Charlie, Lacosta, this phone, I'm selling it. And I'll tell you that, okay, Richie, I want to buy it. Why do I want to buy it? Because I see value in it. Why do you want to sell it? Because you don't see value in it at that point in time. That's basically what trading is about. Do you get it? So let me now come down to the Forex. Imagine the financial market as Makola.
If
we go to Makola, we get places they get suit. Get places and they sell shoes.
Everything
there, exactly. So now, in the financial market, you equating the financial market to Makola. When you enter the financial market, we have the Forex market. As I go into Makola and looking for a place where they sell only shoes. We have the commodities market. You go to Makola, you look out for a place where they sell only
market commodities.
Yes, exactly. Do you get it? Now, the Forex market, in the Forex market, the traders or the buyers and sellers trade in currencies. Only currencies.
Is that particular currency or all currencies?
All currencies. Everything
all
currency.
Major currencies.
All major currencies.
Currencies. Do you get it? Now, in the stocks market, they sell shares. Company shares, shares in companies and all of that. So somebody say that, oh, me, I want to go and buy some stocks, I keep my money in the bank. Or See, let me tell you one thing. The reason why this skill is very, very good. We've trained some people who are handling funds for banks that you know in Ghana. Most of the people working in the banks, the cashiers, their job is just to take money, deposits. They don't really know where the money actually
goes into.
But those that know what it is, they know. So the bank,
the real game.
Thank you. So I'll come back to the game. So they'll
I'm not getting.
So they'll take the money as deposits and they will label it. This is treasury bill. But Investor Maybach knows the ins and outs of the market.
He knows where that money go.
So majority of the cashiers don't know where
they don't know what is happening.
They just think they take the money and put them.
It's in a bank's vault or something.
No.
Majority of them.
Few people control it. So Investor Maybach they control. Do you get it?
The key players.
Thank you. So this is what I'm just trying to say. He said he'd not go to the university because he wanted to find a skill and then know what is really happening at the back of the whole world, whatever is going on. So that's why we are encouraging people to come and learn the skill. So that you can be home and then the bank will call you, hey, Rich, we've seen that you've been performing good, blah, blah, blah. Charlie, we have some $1 million. Can you handle it? Let's see your trade history, your experience. Hey, they don't care about certificate. No, listen. It's a skill.
So the bank will not ask you that. Where's your master's or the doctor's?
No. Give him results. It's not about your master. Your masters will do what? Your masters will do what?
It can't double that or triple that.
But show me the results. I hope you get it. So that is why it's very, very important for people to, get into skills acquire skills like this. Are we okay to this point?
Wow, I get it. Perfect.
Now let's move to the game. You mentioned game and it was causing chaos.
Yes.
Now, I told you that here, the problem that we have in Ghana is defining basic things.
Yes.
Our belief system does not even allow us to understand things, words, and so a Ghana man will hear investment, and the brain will interpret it as profit.
Yes. Yeah. Because when I hear investment, I know I'm going to rip something out of it.
I'm just trying to tell you something. So do you know where I understood these things from?
You just jumped into our mind, too.
Yeah, so I jumped in there because in trading, there are 3 key things that you need to understand before you become a successful trader.
Yeah.
Strategy, risk management, and psychology. Please, do you get it?
Yeah.
Most people started trading without understanding any of these things. So in our training institute, we train people to understand it very well. Now, back again, you are somebody's competitor.
Yeah.
Why? Because you do presenting, somebody else also doing presenting. But in Ghana, the brain, our belief system, interprets competition as enemy.
Yes.
Please, do you get this whole thing?
Yeah.
So when you mention game, our belief system interpreted it as some gambling.
Yes.
No. If you keep your money in the bank for investment, okay, it's a 50-50, or let me put it, it's a probability sort of thing that you've, deposited your money for.
Like those who got affected by government bonds and those things that happen.
People had a belief that when I have my money in the bonds, government, nothing. But you saw
what happened,
Thank you. So it's part of it, but you need to first understand what this so quote-unquote game is all about.
Yes.
People associate risk with games. Life itself comes with some kind of risk, which you need to understand. But how do you reduce the risk to be successful? Is to educate yourself. Please, do you get it?
I get it.
If I hand over a car key to you right now, if you've not driven before, Mr. Abel will say, Charlie Richie, why they give Richie key? You don't know, you go die, it will be risky. But if you, let's say you should have been in a driving school before, and I hand over the car key to you, like, Richie, go take we go. What's the difference? It's because you are educated. But because we are not educated, we perceive that to be risky. Exactly. So those people who have had bad experiences in the market, it's because they were not educated.
Right.
And that's why we want them to come around so we learn together.
Right. I'm sure you guys are getting educated. I'm going to read some few messages. When we come back, we are going to go deeper. I know our brand ambassador here, Mr. Mayberg or Investor Mayberg, made a very significant difference between major currencies and other currencies also. We'll find out what are the major currencies and which currencies are not doing bad, or they are not listed, or whatever it may be. But let me read some few messages. Interesting. One is 1:50. 10 minutes into the show, we are going to open the phone lines so that you can call us. This one says that, hello, good evening. Please link me with these guys. I'm a pharmacy student, but after reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, Forex trading is game changer. You want to leave the pharmacy? Jay, God. Okay, this one says that I am Ayensu Kelvin, a student of Onele Otto. Please ask Investor Mayberg to speak more on leverage. What leverage should we use? Because I heard that there are some leverages. If you use your trade, if you use your trade becomes visible, and the brokers are able to manipulate. You don't want to come to the training. You want to get everything. Hey, guys, this one says that, hello, please tell Mayberg I'm proud of him. Watching live from Kumasi Bantama WebG. I don't know if I pronounce it well. He is my good friend. We stay the same hood. Okay, he's listening. This one says, Arafat Lotzi. Good afternoon to you and your panelists. Nice communication from your guests. Okay, quickly let me check on WhatsApp too. Some few messages that are coming. This one says that, good afternoon. What about somebody who doesn't have knowledge about the internet, but hey, you don't have knowledge about the internet? You know, double educational. Knowledge about the internet, but wants to do the business. Okay, it will help you all of that. Some of the messages you want free education. Hello, please tell Mayberg I'm proud of him. I think I've read this. He brought it on WhatsApp too, again for me to read. This one says that Please ask them. So do they have money? I guess they are rich people now since they are doing the training. Okay, they'll handle all of that for you.
Let me answer that one.
Yeah.
So there's this misconception too.
Yeah.
Okay. Trading or online or forex trading is real business.
Yeah.
Now we can say that Investor Maybach is a successful trader.
Yeah.
I can say I'm a successful trader. Now, a successful trader is not someone who makes billions in a day and lose the billions tomorrow.
Is that not the end of it to make money?
No, listen. So a successful trader is someone who makes money consistently.
Yeah.
So if it's $1, $1, $1,
yeah.
$1,
there's a consistent growth.
You are a successful trader.
True. Yeah.
So Investor Maybach is a successful trader. He has things to show.
Yeah.
I'm a successful trader. I have things to show.
Yeah.
If you want to know,
Yeah.
we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But the fact is that people have this get rich quick scheme,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
scam, blah, blah. No. What I'm just trying to tell them, because I'm trying to understand where the person is coming from.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie, they mean say, I forget billions tomorrow. No.
Yeah, me say come now, but next week there.
No, Opening, you go invest. How many years ago?
Yeah.
You go like 4 years. After that one, save your salary, save still a day down.
No be joke.
Yeah, so if you understand and then start from somewhere.
Exactly.
So that is it. So
right.
successful traders are there, and then we have unsuccessful traders as well. Unsuccessful can make billions today, and tomorrow, blind. We have a lot of people like that online.
You need to get the training, be successful, have a consistent growth.
That's all.
In that, and the training gives you that platform.
Exactly.
On that. Yes, sir.
You see, this guy's mindset, this is a sort of mindset that doesn't allow people to really learn any viable skill in the real world.
Get rich quick.
Yes, because this type of guys are looking for things that will just, blow them off instantly, right? But in life, everything is a gradual process, because you can't give birth to. Well, my first says something that you can't give birth to 9 children by getting whatever. I've forgotten the quote,
right.
but I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
See, he was asking if we have money, right, or whatever. I've been in this business for 9 years, right? 9 years. If I had gone to the university, probably to go and read maybe medicine, right? That is medical school. That's 7 years. You have 2 additional years to do my housemanship or whatever before I start working.
Yeah.
Let me take my personal doctor as an example. He's one of the best sexual reproductive doctors in Ghana here.
Hey, your personal doctor is a sexual reproductive.
Yes.
Man.
They love the way.
Yes, he works at 2 hospitals, right? He works at 2 hospitals. I won't mention the names of the hospitals.
I get it, yeah.
But I was with him this morning. I know his salary, right? He takes an average like 19 to 19,500 every month from the 2 hospitals. Let's come to me, right? With the 19 to 19,500 that he takes, this is not about anything like boasting or whatever, right? There's an amount of money that on countless and countless and countless occasions, I'll make that money in a few hours. Right?
Just few hours.
Just few hours, not even a day, just few hours. So, and it didn't come by me just sitting down and asking all these questions like whether the person who is teaching me is rich or not. It came.
Would you give the broker percentage?
No, the broker takes. We have something that we call spreads. When you open any trade, the spread is the difference between the ask price and the bid price, right? So before the trade gets executed, the broker takes that commission before the trade even gets executed.
Okay.
So the brokers have their own way of making money, right? But you as a trader, you only make money when the trade ends up in profit.
Is it like betting where you can take your money and say I won't do again, or like we want to get?
No.
So let me come to that. We have this perception that people compare trading with betting.
You've heard that before.
Yes, that is absolute.
So
that is absolutely wrong.
Please educate us.
Okay. We have something that we call odds.
Yes.
Right? When the odds are in your favor and when the odds are even and when the odds are against you. That is a 3-way sword that we are talking about here. Let's take betting for example. I've actually worked in the betting industry before. I've been a cashier at Safari Bet before. Like I worked at Safari Bet for like 6 months. So I know how betting works back in 2013 or whatever. So you come, you select a bunch of teams or a bunch of whatever, and you predict, right? That with no prior knowledge, maybe you watch the history of the teams that you go and all of that. Then you place your bet, right? At the end of the day, whatever the teams do, the outcome of that match or the outcome of whatever that you chose, whatever play that you chose, is what is going to reflect on your slip. Let's come to trading. Let's say I'm holding Ghana cedis, right? You're holding US dollars. And we pair them because in the forex market, currencies don't stand on their own. We deal with pairs. So before you can execute a trade, you need to find two currencies that have been paired. That is why I was telling you about major currencies. So
is Ghana a major currency? Ghana cedi
is not a major currency.
Who decided that?
Major currencies. Major currencies are currencies from some of the largest economies in the world.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Right?
So is Ghana?
No,
I'm just asking you. Say
at some point, fastest growing economy, but that cannot be interpreted as one of the
fastest growing economy, largest economies. We all know America and China are the largest economies, right? Yes. We have Germany, we have Europe. That's why we have euro in the market for the whole European Union. This thing. We have Swiss franc, we have Japanese yen, we have Australian dollars, we have New Zealand dollars.
Nigeria has the biggest economy in Africa. Does the naira one of the strongest currencies?
No. Nigeria is not classified as a major economy in the world because of several factors. So even though some brokers offer USD and Naira pairs, and even some brokers offer USD and Ghana cedi pairs, but we have something that we call liquidity, right? There is no liquidity in those sort of pairs because a hedge fund in America. You understand? A hedge fund in America.
But you guys really know what you're doing. Like one thing I like about the fact is that you see, people want to do training when they don't have expertise in that side.
Totally.
But you guys are speaking with all the knowledge, all the technical know-how, and I think it's solid for the kind of training you want to do for people. I really love what you guys are doing.
So, like I said, a hedge fund in America or in Europe would not drop $1 billion or $5 billion portfolio into a Ghana cedi and dollar pair. Because majority of these people don't even know Ghana. They don't even know there's an economy that exists like Ghana. In Africa here, I think the only country that has that...
South Africa?
South Africa, yes. You understand? So I think it all boils down to probably apart from the economic sphere, maybe there are popularity something as well, right? So we term some currencies as major currencies because they are the currencies that have the major liquidity passing through them. And even with South Africa that we are talking about, the South African rand, right? The South African rand doesn't even have, extreme liquidity like something you will find in maybe the dollar euro or the dollar pounds or the dollar yen and all of that. But it still has the required liquidity that, you can actually trade and make some money.
Okay. Our time is almost up, so I would want to quickly ask this question. I mean, do you collaborate with other organizations or institutions to enhance the impact of this training you are doing for unemployment or unemployed people?
Yes, we do that. So we've had training with even some institutions. Like I told you that most of the banks and these financial institutions need people like skills like this. So we've had some institutions, financial institutions coming to us that we've trained some of the people who manage their funds in there. You get it? That's one. We've also collaborated with some schools, organizations, churches. So it's ongoing. That's why we want people to also come to so that they get what
I'll come and take the numbers here. But for aspiring traders, what advice would you offer them to navigate the complexity of the forex market and work towards becoming a successful trader?
Well, I think we always talk about this. Advice is that new traders need and all of that. Let me bring in a point here.
Yeah.
We have, it all boils down to your vision and your goals as a person, right? Let's say you find out about the forex market and you feel like this is what you want to do. You want to invest all the time that you want in this business to learn the skill, to acquire this skill, and do whatever you want to do with this. There are two things that I always tell people. There's a thin line between being patient and you wasting your time. Right? And the difference between you being patient and you wasting your time is planning. Right? Because if you have a goal or if you have a dream and you write down a clear plan for that goal, you take daily consistent actions towards that goal, right? You only need time on your side to achieve whatever goal that you need to do, need to achieve. But if you have a clear goal, let's say I want to do this, and you have no plan towards it, you don't take any consistent action towards it, the only thing that you do is have some hope and pray that God does some miracle in your life.
For you.
That is time wasting. So the advice that I give to new traders every day is that we live in a society whereby people want to always follow where the majority are going. Right? This is a minority industry. This is an industry that is only the top 1% who survives here. Right? So if this is what you choose to do, if you have the path, just like I found my way, that this is what I wanted to do, it's not going to be handed over to you on a silver platter. You understand? You're going to have to put in a lot of effort. And the major advice that I give to everybody, that I give to people, is that there is a very little chance that you can become successful in this business when you decide to do it on your own. You can't. I tried it and it didn't happen.
The video is going to cut because our time is up. What are the contacts? Let's put out the contacts very soon. So this will be your camera so that those watching, let's quickly give the contacts.
Okay, so like the saying goes, education is the key to success. If you want to be successful in the financial markets, you just have to come to our office. Our number is 050 895 3803.
Let's take it again.
050
895
3803. And our office is just behind Accra Mall, City Galleria.
I've seen that.
So it's in central part of Accra.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Our time is up. My pastor, my prophet, he says that he's watching on Facebook. He says that forex trading is very good, but risk involved watching live, and it gives fire. I think you've explained the risk.
So that's why they need education. Everything is risky.
Very well. Very well. This is where time will permit us on another exciting edition of Youth Empowerment Television Show, your most authoritative youth analysis program you can find across the African continent. If you say a prayer, say something for us. We do this always for God and country. Bye-bye.